Don't bring blasphemy into this chat one day after the new pope has been chosen.
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Shh!
Why the secrecy?
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
My goodness, that scared me. That took me off guard, actually. I genuinely felt like I was being attacked here. Get lost! Damn. Okay, we're getting right into it. Did you see that part where the conductor got fired by Herta in this song? Like at the beginning of the concert? I did, yeah. I mean, I did not fully understand what they were saying, but I feel like you could know what was happening the way they carried him away. Speaking of the concert, actually, my mom watched a little bit as well, and we had to laugh when the Sunday cult came on stage. I had to like hold back from trying to explain that they were inspired like by one of my favorite characters from that game. My mom was just like, "What the hell is this?" Weird cult arriving.
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
Whoever is voice acting this NPC, I love you.
No, I...
Sounds so
better,
intense.
I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
I hope the voices aren't too loud, by the way, because I see it dipping into the yellow, but, yeah, if it's too loud at any point, let me know.
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? Huh. So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
Savannah.
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Fermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Fermont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Get inside! I can hear Savannah was recording it in a studio while Monica was recording her lines in a booth.
Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until...
The mixing does feel a tiny bit off, yeah.
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! We have work to do!
Savannah is so intense, I'm genuinely feeling personally attacked. in a good way.
Wow, what a horrible person.
Not that I'm feeling attacked in a good way, but like the voice acting is good. So you can. The fact that I'm feeling personally attacked means it's good voice acting.
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
So, who was that?
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days. and he can barely even talk properly.
I can fix her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
Except you forgot, Navia, that you look like a main character, so they will spot you instantly. I've been cooked before. So you were waiting for Savannah to leave, and then you were going to approach Monica?
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Should have thunk? Is that an actual word, or is that a typo? So hold on, I need a tissue for my nose for a second. Oh, it's just past tense. I don't know why, but for some reason it felt strange to me just now. I think so. Have I ever seen it before like this, actually? I genuinely don't know if I've ever seen tongue written anywhere. Usually I always see, like, would have thought so, right?
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
Either way, Savannah's seen you now, so you probably won't get another chance.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, 'cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Then I'll join you too.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast.
I'm not built for espionage, I look like a Lolita dress-up shop. Hey, Navia is actually... If I had to pick one Genshin character to cosplay, I would love to do Navia, honestly.
A really famous
She seems fun to cosplay to me.
Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Paimon, don't make things more difficult for her. And thank you for the gift.
Alright. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
A little highly strung, huh?
Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff is on edge.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Ah yes, never underestimate Nafia's affinity for sweets.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper.
Help me! You probably could pull off a traveler look though. Traveler seems fun too, but Lumine is tiny. Like, the travelers are tiny. I think one of the reasons why Navia, I feel, could work as well is because she's one of the taller female characters, so... That's something that would actually work for me this time. How tall are you? Meter 78, I think? The last time I measured. I am tall. I am tall.
Find...
Smaller than you though, I know. But Lumine is tiny. Like, if you look at her compared to other characters. But no. Find Escoffier.
Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Wait, where do we go?
Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
If it wasn't for Escoffier, I honestly would have enjoyed pulling for Navia as well. I already have her, but to have multiple copies of her. If I manage to get lucky with Escoffier though, I wouldn't mind using some Primos on the weapon banner though, because it has both Escoffier's and Navia's weapons. Which I both don't have and both want, so... Regardless which one I get would be nice. Where do we have to be? Hold on. The yellow circle on the map is telling me... inside this building? So the moon looks so damn huge. I have seen some people saying that Celestia, like this, the floating island in the sky, has been getting closer with each patch, but I haven't been paying attention to that myself. Wait, hold on, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. Am I supposed to be up top? Maybe I should have just taken the elevator from there. Well, now it's telling me to go down. Huh? Wait, am I supposed to be underground? Oh, okay, I am. I didn't notice the little multi-layer icon. I've seen some people pull off an adult Paimon cosplay and looking really cute doing it.
So, who is this Escoffier, anyway?
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg, before Savannah. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bour's history, after the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Was that supposed to be French? We are in the friends of Genshin, after all.
Gâteau de Bourg. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu.
French impact.
None of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the fortress of Meripede.
Well, that escalated quickly.
The Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was probably just a formality. We got sent there just for eating someone else's cake.
Well, you're right.
Someone
The
else's.
substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
Okay, so I guess my theory that Escoffier was sent to Meripede because she stabbed Neuvillette was not gonna be the case. That is what I had originally speculated was gonna happen when they mentioned the Neuvillette got stabbed line in the live stream. But I guess that's gonna be something that happens in the event instead. I thought I was tall, but last year at the Comi there was a 2-meter tall Black Swan Star Rail cosplayer on high heels. I still haven't recovered.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected.
Intimidated by beauty.
So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
Well, about that.
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove!
You're scolding a kid.
You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
How has the Hotel de Bourg made it this far? I am at a loss for words.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
It's always the poor children suffering in Genshin. The thing about Escoffier's design to me, by the way, I really feel like she's missing a shirt. No matter how many times I look at her,
Waiting to be served? Sorry.
I'm just
we're
like,
pretty
where's
busy.
her
I'm
shirt?
afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
She's going to get burned with all the splatters from cooking.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
She didn't want to go back to Hotel de Boer?
Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Firmo. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad...
Hey Bunga, how you doing? This girl is pretty passive-aggressive, but like, positively. She seems like a bit of a tsundere to me at first glance now.
Decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows
I didn't make this food, sir, so you can help your dad.
every day for him to take home.
Since we got ourselves a 99% Sun, 1% hidden dare.
Hey, I heard that, Navia!
You will have a good day.
I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
I love the way her hair is sculpted from the back, by the way, though. all the curls.
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler.
She has an even bigger curl than Farina.
Is there something I can help you with?
Farina. Did I say Karina today? My brain is all jumbled up today.
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Since Hilaire is working for you, you must be aware of the situation with Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it.
Yeah, she's got a little heart on her arm. A hand. Giving me the vibes from that Goody Two-Shoes game you played. I never finished that game. I think I did that. I only did that one stream and then we never continued.
But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most...
She's got a little hearts in her eyes as well. At least she's self-aware.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamma and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
You give Monica's candy wrapper to Escoffier.
Me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Why do I feel though like that is exactly what's gonna happen?
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica!
Escoffier?
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
A little angry walk.
Wait, so now she's,
Well, whatever the reason she came up with, at least
That's
she's
some
convinced
shoe sole
herself
to
to go
lick.
have a conversation. Vanguard, thank you so much!
We don't want
40 months! Thank you for being here for so long. She's gonna walk in and raise hell. Let me see over here. From what I know, from Escoffier as well, because I've seen some of her profile descriptions, because all the Genshin characters have like more information and little stories in their profiles when you get them. And she adores Farina, so
Is that
by default I like her too.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Damn, that's a huge teacup.
Taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna... Okay, I know. I'll kneel before you.
What the heck?
Super, it has like the teacup handle thingy.
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again.
They
And
do?
this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
I can't take Monica seriously.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Oh, you found one? But these ones still seem quite small to me despite everything. Even though they're supposed to be souples.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and
she's standing behind you.
We all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier
she knows.
was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own, what happened back then, that wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up in the food we served.
Lumiline. I have no clue what it is. I don't think this is something you should be discussing in front of a customer. Suspect sabotage? Definitely. I'm gonna guess that she was purposefully set up in some way. Like someone wanted her gone. Maybe... I don't want to presume yet that it was the what was her name? No, not Monica, but the other one. The essence of Lumine, who knows?
Lumiline? What's that?
Thank you, Paimon. Should have just waited for Paimon.
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
So it's a medicine, basically.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
Oh.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guard's list of controlled substances.
Okay, so actual drugs.
Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake.
Or one of the chefs was using it to enhance their taste buds. Trying to make better dishes.
But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. Because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm downing from now on.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
There she is. You know, speaking of what the drug was describing.
No, chef.
So, you do remember who's boss? Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
This whole quest has been so intense so far for some reason.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Maybe we should give them some space.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you?
Let them fight.
Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
The French accent. Oh, I can't. What is this quest? Stop. Oh, chérie. Oh my god, this actually gave me tears in my eyes. need it. Hold on, I need a tissue. Oh my god, I have tears in my eyes from laughing. I have no clue what this quest is. Actual French actors speaking English or English actors speaking with a French accent?
Huh? Fan HM?
Fan HM?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
Oh god, this quest is gonna kill me. I was like, that name doesn't sound French at all. Oh.
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
Sounds like we're in for a history lesson.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
The cooking contest!
According to legend, the founders of Hôtel de Bord, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant. The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time.
What did we walk into?
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts.
Would be even better if he was called Hans Kejokaya. Oh, I think so too, Munger. Why did you clip this down?
Oh, I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
My laughing. Franchly.
And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
Honestly, I think the voice actors had fun with this, recording this.
What say you, Escoffier?
So good for them.
You of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
Thought so. There's your answer, Paimon.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hôtel de Bord anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
My cheeks hurt from laughing.
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts. Savannah, any objections?
Exhibition. Huh. No. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Bord to me.
The Codex de Bord?
What? The Codex de Bord?
The Codex de Bord? What is that?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste.
It's the One Piece.
All his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Bord. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hôtel de Bord have the right to read it.
Present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes.
She probably has a bunch of notes in there. Please, please, please tell me this guy is a sham, and when you reveal his charade, he throws his mustache to the ground and speaks in heavy Texan accent. I think I would genuinely die if that happens.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de boar, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
You sound surprisingly confident. Alright then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Well, hold on, my controller. It seems to be working.
Believe me, I'll show you.
Show us, Savannah.
Are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping.
I do apologize. This whole ordeal reflects rather poorly on us.
Wait, aren't you the boss? Can't you rein Savannah in a little?
I'm afraid it's not quite that simple. The Hôtel de Bord runs as more of a partnership, you see. It was founded by two friends, Modeste and Savelli, and it's been that way ever since. So, while I am technically Savannah's boss, it's not really my place to interfere with the business of the kitchen. To be perfectly honest with you, that's part of the reason why I suggested a cooking contest. If Escoffier wins, it would be the perfect opportunity for her to talk some sense into Savannah. Or, of course, if she wanted to return, then... But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Whatever the outcome, this contest will hopefully serve as a turning point for us. Please, pass on my best wishes to Escoffier. I must say, Savannah surprised me with her confidence. Does she really believe she can best Escoffier in the kitchen? I thought she was just blowing off steam when she first raised the idea to me.
What about you?
I can't believe I got to witness that firsthand. I only stopped by here for a quick meal. I definitely got my Mora's worth today.
This guy is just here with the popcorn. Okay, let's see what they are up to. Well. Oh god, I might need another tissue. I wonder how the contest is gonna be like.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
What is that tail thing she has? So initially when they showed her character design, I thought that she was some kind of, I don't know, devil type. So, some kind of new Genshin species, I don't know. But turns out that she is actually capable of making devices. You know, like the different mechas that run around in Fontaine. Apparently, from what I've read, Escoffier can make her own little helper things, and her tail is one of the devices, things that she has made. So it's not like an actual tail she has, it's just like a tool that she attached in the shape of a tail. And it has a fork, yeah.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
But she uses it to fight as well, which is pretty cool in the animations. Seen a video on her gameplay. Yeah, apparently she can make food. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Okay.
I know that she has like a dish or something that pops up when you use her. Anyway, what's this Codex de Boer she's so obsessed with?
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients.
That bread
and
looks
developing new
good.
recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene.
Some garlic bread sounds really good.
For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Boer was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius, and over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Boer.
Ah, Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hôtel de Boer's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liwei's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
One of those mystical books.
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Boer they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
It did, but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Boer of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanigem's business sense to thank for that.
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Boer, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows, maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate.
What if the original recipe kinda worked on the same principle that, like, There was actually no secret ingredient. It was all the imagination. To the boy. Hi, Ari. How you doing? Maybe the gâteau is like the noodle soup in Kung Fu Panda. There is no secret recipe.
Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right?
That's a spoiler for Kung Fu Panda, by the way. You're doing well, Ari. Thank you. How's your day going? We heard some amazing French earlier.
Anyway,
this quest has been wild so far.
I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer is the true head chef!
I still haven't seen the Kung Fu Panda movie. Just haven't found the time to rev up the DVD. You heard nothing in that case. Erase from your memory everything I said, okay?
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier.
Been telling Tao to watch Kung Fu Panda for forever now.
Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
Good.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her and Venegem. But still.
Who are you? What is this device? Don't ask any questions. Just sit and enjoy. And absolutely do not microwave cola, okay?
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef. Yeesh.
Wait, what? How did it... why do I hate you? I never said such a thing. You guys are precious.
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just...
Even with all the silly stuff, I'll accept you. Microwave toothpaste. How would that taste like? I'm actually kind of curious. What does that mean exactly?
It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
Beat her up. You don't mince words.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But that should be a breeze for you.
Anyway, I gotta go off. The stream is on. Take care, Tao. And thank you for hanging out with us.
Gâteau de Boer is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3
how
chefs
convenient that there's exactly 3 characters here.
if I can find a couple of
Plus
assistants
Paimon.
in time.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
Bring it on.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review. Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me...
Well, sorry. Show Escoffier knife skills. Use normal attacks to cut the fruits. It seems she will collect the slices and process them into some sublime substance. If I'm Paimon, I'm mad, like, come on, I can fly, let me try to cook. She can, it can be the emotional support from the sides.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in...
Hey, I wanted to hear what she was gonna say.
Easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients.
What's that cold press?
A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely.
Got 30 promos, nice.
But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Display your mastery with the cold press. Tap your elemental skill to accelerate the cold press's progress. Then use normal attacks to let it do its work. It seems like the special substance extracted from the plants might come in handy here.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep! I've never used anything this weird before.
Here you can see her attacks, by the way. She uses the little tail for everything.
And done! These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
Learn at Escoffier's feet and master her precision cooking. The flavorings you got from her multifunctional food processor can adjust the flavor profile of the dish. Strike a balance between fruity flavors and floral flavors to adjust said flavor profile and make a delicious dish. Okay, so they need to be even.
Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much, and not a drop too little.
Do I just add these randomly? Oh, wait, I should have added these. Wait, and I need to add 6. There we go. And it was simple enough. Even though I added the first one by accident.
And voila! Now it's your turn.
With Escoffier's guidance, everyone completes the flavoring process.
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse. But the Traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
All thanks to my excellent teacher.
That goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due. You did well. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel du Bois' current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Final score?
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Submit dishes from Hotel de Boer.
How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
Do I just pick something randomly? These are the ones I already have in my inventory, but all of these are only 3 stars. I have no clue which dishes are from Hotel de Boer. I know that some of these recipes were bought from there. Is this one from Hotel de Boer? Hold on. Hotel de Boer dishes. I'm gonna cheat a little. Is there any guide? Should be a total of 5 dishes. Apparently this one is one. The cassoulet. Tomate narbonnaise. Tripe du porc. I should have all of them. Plantain onion soup. This one is not from Hotel de Boer. I think I'll just go with this one maybe, because this one is from the hotel and then this one is a thing of 4-star maybe.
How's it going? Have you...
Oh no, it's a 3-star as well. Are there no 4-star dishes? I guess I'll try give her one of these and see what she says. These ones have sparkles though, maybe that's what I have to pay attention to? Give her one with sparkles. Escoffier's face lights up as you present your finished dish.
With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to le food.
Le food.
6 points.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass.
That's 6 out of 100.
Straight into the trash.
You're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Farina mention!
Aww.
Oh, me next! I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
Aww.
Yikes, she's a hard judge. Harsh judge.
Now to the final dish.
So, what do you think?
Lamine looks so hopeful.
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Darn! That's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
Little smile.
I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Damn.
How did you pull that off?
It's all that practice from cooking for you, Paimon.
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well,
I guess it's fair after making hundreds of dishes for all the characters I keep accidentally
one of your assistants then?
killing off in battles.
If it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes?
Chef Escoffier!
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing gâteau de bois, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Gonna make the kid cook with us?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet.
Oh, the dad.
Actually, my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Are you sure you're up to the task, Firma?
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've
You
been
sound like
rather
you're about to
useless these
collapse,
past few
my
days,
dude.
But not anymore. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bourg kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I hope so.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bourg?
I have not, but I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now. Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I can't seem to grip my knife.
She scolded him so badly he got PTSD.
Do it again! Again! Again!
I
Hope
Traumatized.
get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, when did you get here?
Even I didn't notice you arrive.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow.
I know, right?
But anyway, from all...
This quest has been confusing me in so many ways, sorry.
Your situation was,
I don't know
I
anymore.
would've stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
Monica says no. My tingles have been going off for Monica from the start, but that's purely because there was this character named Monica in Fire Emblem Three Houses who was evil. So the moment I saw Monica, I was like, Too traumatized by Fire Emblem.
She sounds like the worst. Alright, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it! In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Got all this food.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out, or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
How badly did she traumatize all these people?
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
The lady that just arrived can join us. Monica.
And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then... well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
I hope you're right.
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Spina-sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Especially when you see Escoffier from the side view like this, that's what I mean when with where is her shirt? There's nothing under the apron. Nothing.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
It will be good practice for the contest.
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food if you're alive.
You guys. Escoffier treats everyone to a spectacular feast. Escoffier opted for a huge variety of dishes. Thankfully, both of us are skilled enough that, even though it was our first time working together, we had a great rapport.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
She dished out plenty of praise, and taught me an awful lot too. The time seemed to fly by. Don't judge me, but she also only has sparkly panties under that apron.
Indian cuisine could be this good.
Didn't even pay attention to that. Well, Navia is KO.
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
So, this is what Chef Escoffier is truly capable of.
What does the not child have to say?
Wow. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cook as good as that.
I think that's everyone here. Wait, we need to be over here still. Oh, there she is.
Why, Savannah? Why?
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
Man, she probably definitely wants her little tips and everything that are written in there. For her, it's probably not about how useful it is, and more an issue of head chef's pride.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point.
Were you two friends?
We were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef.
Oh, is the fishing not working again?
1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
I have no clue what is going on with the fishing program, because it's on. This doesn't seem to want to fish. Hold on, I'm gonna restart it. Usually that helps. I'll also refund you for the fishing cost. Okay, it should be on again. If you want, you can try and see if it works now. Yeah, there we go. It sounds like you feel partly responsible.
Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to
No
get
worries.
the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Speaking of Modeste, didn't he have a falling out with someone as well?
Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Bois, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bois and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured.
So what happened to them, ultimately?
Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends.
Is it true?
Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
With me on the team, there's no way we can lose.
Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then. You better bring your A game.
No worries, we're the main character. There's no way we can lose.
Let's hope that Savannah isn't all sizzle and no steak. After all the work we put in, it would kinda be a shame if tomorrow was a complete cakewalk.
Yeah, we talked to everyone. Wait until the following day, 12 to 4. Okay, I'll just stand here menacingly, contemplating life for 12 hours. Sip some water.
It's cooking contest day! To the hotel.
Oh, you scared me. She got replaced by Liliane. Let's see. Oh, a lot of people.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see!
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
I assume only these characters say something.
Self-cleaning ability.
Do, 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 do. I know that Farina appears in the event with Escoffier. Curious how that will be. Not in the quest, but the event.
Welcome, one and all, to the Hôtel de Bord and to the
Here's the Frenchman
of cooking contests.
Savannah, I've brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday,
Why is this dude here again?
make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Let's go! Complete the objective by using the minimum amount of flavorings, blah 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 blah. Make some gâteau de bord using Escoffier's patented precision cooking. You can start the flavoring process at the seasoning table after obtaining flavorings from the cutting board and the cold press. Both flavoring types must be added in sufficient amounts to ensure richness of flavor. Add enough of both before aiming to balance the flavors out. And this dish is a wrap.
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this.
Oh wait, Lamine is
Gaspar,
gonna move on her own?
do not disappoint me.
Good luck, Lamine.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast.
Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Is she gonna do anything? Lamine, the one job you had, cutting the fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, we're supposed to go to the cold press first, right? We're not? Oh, I can get new cards if I want, if I cut more fruit as well. Okay, I guess we start with this then. But I don't have enough of the blue things. How do I get the blue things?
Up to the freezer!
Oh, wait, I had to do it like this. I remember now.
Should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Okay, let's see. We had 6. Three. That should be even. There we go.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Du, 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 du. Next layer of the cake. Does Monica do anything else other than just standing here and looking at this thing?
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, chef!
Rural funds.
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
For goodness sake, Savannah, what are you doing? Oh, forget it. I've got to focus on my own dish.
Let's see, we need 4.
The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
We can do 2 and 2.
So, what do you think?
That's gonna be a huge cake. A shame they didn't invite Lady Farina for the taste testing.
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah.
Okay, let's see. We need to add a little bit of both. Might need some extra blue.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Oh, useless.
Useless.
Stay calm.
There we go.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
Thank you.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
Come on, Savannah. You're still missing a layer. Look at her running in the back. She's doing everything herself now. It's gonna make us all wait. Oh wait, I have to use my skill. I thought we were waiting for Savannah to finish. Would have been a long wait.
That went just as I expected.
Hi Arrow! How is it going?
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
What if... I don't trust it. What if our dishes get moved to the back and then something gets put inside our dish? And it's gonna be the same as back then.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
This guy is just here, gonna enjoy everything.
Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gâteau de Bourg.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10!
9.9.
Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
All right, on to gâteau number.
Wait, Savannah seems to know which dish is whose.
Haven't had a
If
single
she
bite,
is
and already this aroma is
at us already.
delight to the senses.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting! I'm gonna dig in. I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this?
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Hold on a moment. Maybe it's because of the poor teamwork? She spent half the time just berating her staff.
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath.
What if it's Escoffier's name? Hold on, I'm gonna quickly let Laika out, because my door is closed, and then we can see who won. Laika! Okay, freed the kitty. Now I just gotta find my earbuds. Is there gonna be a sudden twist and it turns out that our cake is the bad one?
What? It's Savannah?
No! That's
It is! C'est pas possible!
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? You cheater!
Call her out, Paimon!
What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them, and everyone here can attest to that. It was Vanejem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge?
Monica's looking a little guilty, or is it just me? She's looking down instead.
You take that back!
Don't tell me.
Judges, we demand a rematch.
She knows something.
That's enough! What's done is done.
She wants to say something.
As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
When's this Escoffier outfit art coming? Not gonna lie, despite everything, I do kind of want to make fan art of her, but purely because I love her curly hair. I think she deserves a proper shirt, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah, You may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done.
She did a quick little glance at Monica. She knows as well.
But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss, just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
Right. What is up with this lady?
Glad to hear it.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It's alright. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place.
I just noticed my model is gone. Hold on. Where did my model go? Did she poof away when I... Oh, there she is. She poofed off when I was trying to open the door for Laika. What? Tracking. There we go. Now it's all good, hopefully. Back to my small corner. No. But, Escoffier... Privately, I'm sure she's devastated. But what's done is done.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
There is no secret recipe!
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh. She passed out.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It was love! Savannah passes out after reading through the original codex.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night.
I can't even place the accent of this guy.
She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is, she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
It was Monica!
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
She's out cold. Where are you, Monica? Where is she? I wanted to fly down with my sword.
Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I knew it! I should have trusted my tingles from the very start.
It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
She's the one behind the first one too.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
It's because of her! She went to prison!
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen.
But I swear I didn't do it on purpose.
I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear.
There's Monica and Savannah? Monica... she didn't do it on purpose, but still... She was being threatened. But still...
I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Oh, actually, fair point, Bunger. Would it... Potentially. Because Monica, she brought the ingredients in, but there's still a chance that she was not the one who accidentally slipped them in that first time.
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
You mean Gâteau de Boer?
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
She didn't put in the love.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
She thought the codex from Escoffier was a fake.
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake, what a stupid idea.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different? She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts she'd get it right one of those times.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
New chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Get your hands on the codex, no matter what it takes.
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
So you let the Lumi lean into the kitchen?
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
And so she's come to realize the truth. I can fix her. When she has Lion's love, she can add love to the cake too.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Sure, let's go.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
What is it, Escoffier?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
Not the whole lot.
Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job
Wait, these are geese? I thought there were swans this entire time.
Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection.
Love, non, mon cœur. I can fix her cooking.
But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock.
Got the Garfield
and allows
phone.
another goose to take its place.
That's good, gotcha, look.
So, the truth
We got a wish later.
with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them.
Hi, Missy. I got 30 minutes to do 3 dailies. You can do it. Go, go, go. Is this about you and Savannah?
I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness.
I don't know if you're right, but I think that's a great thing to believe in.
Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
She doesn't need the scolding. I easily got confused if I don't watch the stream. The voice? Escoffier's voice?
Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm gonna head to the Hotel de Boer and spend the night investigating. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Genius? Calling someone a genius is just another way of saying I'm too lazy to figure out how I need to improve. It's a defeatist attitude and I won't stand for it.
Okay, I like her. Let's see, wait, we gotta wait till 5 in the morning? The next day. She sounds like those medium-sized male characters. Heizo? I don't remember by memory how his voice sounds like. I do think I have him, no?
The name's Shikanoin Heizo. There's something in the air. Something.
But would have the, like, slightly lower but gentle Imagine she's just literally standing perfectly still there for like 29 hours. I imagine all the time. Gotta scare the people of Fontaine a little bit, right?
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while.
I wanted to check on Escoffier.
Check on her? Why? What happened?
Oh, she's dead.
Oh no. Escoffier, are you alright?
That's a big cup of coffee.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
It actually is coffee. You really did pull an all-nighter then.
Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all?
Let me get you a fresh one. For now, you should get some rest.
Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Coffee isn't working. Let's see, we can choose what we do. Go to Cafe Lutece to buy coffee, or we can submit a dish containing coffee beans. I do think I have one actually. Dish containing coffee beans. Oh, tiramisu sounds good. I could use some good tiramisu. Might be nice to go get a coffee for her though. Let's go to the cafe. If I remember where it is at least. Can pass by the cute Melusine. And
hello, what can I get for you?
I need a coffee, stat.
Sure thing, we're here to go.
I'm grabbing it for a friend.
Huh? Oh, I see. First cup of the season. Yeah, I get it. Young people these days do love their little surprises.
I'm not convinced we're on the same page here. But I'm not here to chat. Let's get this coffee to Escoffier. See, this is... If we had made the dish ourselves, we would have missed out on this conversation. Always go for the NPC pickups. How do I get back up though? Kinda flew down. Da, 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 da.
Coffee. Need coffee.
Oh, wait, which one do I give her? Are these dishes from myself? These look too pretty, I'm not giving these to her. They look too fancy. Here's your package of coffee.
Smell coffee. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
How goes the investigation?
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
It wasn't me, it was an Anon. The mysterious Anon. Imagine going to get a quest item and then just not turning it in, making the quest item stick forever in your inventory. I have a whole bunch of items in my inventory that I have honestly no clue what I'm supposed to do with them. And a lot of little maps and stuff that you can use for treasures. But I'm keeping them all as little reminders.
Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe it's caused so much drama.
And yet, look at this kitchen. Seems like you had your own share of failed experiments last night.
Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her. Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open.
She left
Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hôtel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course! From the Codex! They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures.
They're gonna go and find her, and they're gonna find the secret recipe together. The secret ingredient. From the original pair. Modeste? The founder of the Hôtel de Bord?
Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a Gâteau plateau, huh?
Ugh, idiot! Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Hold on, there's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
Oh goodness. Letter of unknown origin. A letter received several months ago. It was you. You let the Lumiline through, didn't you? I know you were responsible for purchasing the problematic ingredient that day. What would your good friend think, I wonder, if she learned that she suffered on account of your negligence? What would the people in the hotel think? So, I imagine you'd like to keep it as a secret from Escoffier, wouldn't you, head chef Savannah? You were right, Bunger! You got it! A letter received several weeks ago. Retrieve the real codex, by any means necessary. That's where the real treasure can be found. And you gave it away, like a fool. Well then, you're going to get it back, whether in a bet or by force. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Don't you have that cooking showdown of yours? And if you don't think you can win, why, you simply need to have your opponent lose. I imagine that assistant of yours might come in handy in that regard. A letter received not long ago. What are you dawdling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Why else do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid that you'll outshine her. What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond the hotel walls? Ordinary, they call you. untalented, a hack, a failure who will never surpass Escoffier. And you know whose fault that is? That's right, it's hers. She's no saint, never has been. So why hesitate?
It was
Yeah.
You let the Lumaline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident? And not Monica after all?
Retrieve the codex by any means necessary. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
But who?
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this.
What if Monica is the one behind all of this? Like, what if she's the one sending the letters and then letting herself be also the victim to seem innocent?
First, we thought that Savannah.
Unless there's some random third NPC.
But now it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat.
So, did Savannah blackmail Monica? Or was it the other way around? Meanwhile, somewhere beneath the deep sea.
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident. The demand for a cooking contest. The instruction to blackmail Monica. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me.
It was her!
Your grand plan, wasn't it?
It was Monica all along! It all came back to Monica, holy hell. I will, after Fire Emblem and this, I'm sorry, but I'm never trusting any Monicas in game again. Monica, the true mastermind. Who would have thought? Always the Monicas. Now, what's gonna be her reason, though? Oh my goodness, I thought we were on the water.
To the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
It takes the cake indeed. Whoosh! That was a nice transition. Oh, I still really love Fontaine's underwater areas. I had genuine fun exploring all these places. It makes me sad that it's only in Fontaine. Monica's probably a descendant of the other dude. That sounds like perfectly something Genshin would do. That sounds perfectly like a possibility. Coming to take revenge. I hope not, because that dude might have killed the other dude. Maybe there's some kind of guilt. Feeling guilty for the past. So what is this place? This looks nice. Deep sea, hidden restaurant. With a little boy. It was me all along.
Whoa, this place place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place...
Oh, this is the place from Remoria that they showed in the live stream. A public bath. Yeah, I was curious about the extra Remoria lore.
How did they get here? Oh, they ran off!
I guess they're not used to seeing humans. Let's head further in.
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow.
Good thing, ZZ, I only need to collect money from the story, drink a cup of coffee, and talk to a dog.
Good point.
No random child sacrifices and stuff.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
What if blubber beasts are the secret ingredient?
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, romaritime flowers, and lumitoile. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some.
There's no time for that. Romaritime flowers and lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but...
Hey, I want you to make a suggestion of what the special ingredient could be, but maybe I shouldn't say.
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
You collect the romaritime flowers and lumitoiles and something. How did she bring her special device in here? Okay, let's see. We got 5, 3... 4 up top. I don't have the brain power for this. I don't think any of these are good. We need a 2. Need more blue ones. Oh, we got a 2! Perfect.
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
More pertinently, how do we actually feed it to them?
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
Put it on the very, very convenient water current. Okay, we need to bring it to that one and that one. Guess we'll give it to that one first.
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again.
The blubber beast happily scarfs down the food.
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
I love that the whole team with anything Remuria related is like music stuff. So now we have to sing.
Turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Oh wait, we need to make another one. We need to make another one first.
Adaptive frosting.
Let's see. Ah, there we go. Didn't even need the blue ones. And now we have to feed that one. Wait, disconnected? Oh wait, it rotates back. Go, go, go! Quickly!
Hey, it's open!
Oh, treasure! I will not leave you behind. Hopefully there's no other treasure here. I could really eat up more Fontaine lore.
Hey, give me your water.
I really hope that someday we'll get some more Egeria stuff.
Here. I said your water, the one you just drank out of? Sure. All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog.
She sounds so different now.
Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. Did you not hear me? Get going.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Firefish!
Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor.
That's her ancestor. Good call, Arrow. Would you look at that? Monica, Monica, Monica.
He offered Modeste his friendship only to murder him out of vanity.
And it was murder. Or, well, she believes it was murder. What if it's not gonna be murder, but she believes that it's murder?
He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
I bet.
Put a lid on it.
I bet the other guy was heartbroken that his friend died, and she just believes that he murdered him.
Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned our water bottles.
She would now.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been
she did what now?
Waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
This quest is wild.
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You.
Go get her.
You.
We got the crazy laugh.
What's so funny?
Did she see through it?
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles.
Oh,
just clean, fresh water.
They're not gonna die. False alarm. They're fine.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? Did you really think your half-baked plot would fool me?
No one can fool Monica.
A lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now, I failed again for the last time.
I love this so much, Kaya, especially since you were like, oh, let me just do this easygoing quest before the main quest. Yeah. I thought this was just gonna be some funny, chill, I don't know, shenanigans. Instead, we're getting some kind of all over the place murder, plotting, crime, cooking show.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do.
Monica sounds so unhinged.
But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
She should have just let her drink the water if she wanted to do this.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica! We've got you surrounded!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive!
Okay, I thought she stabbed her already.
Escoffier and the Traveler.
She's got an actual knife.
In combat. But if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
A recipe? You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs. Well, Some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg, and it's right here in these ruins.
What if Monica finds it and she discovers as well that there was truly no secret recipe at all?
Are you serious?
It was the friendship.
You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad.
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix.
Hold on, I need another tissue. My nose has been super runny this entire quest.
A powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine.
Ooh.
I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
Of course. She had bombs with her.
Just when I thought
Savannah had bombs.
any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't
Or
collapse.
was it Monica? I thought it was Savannah who pulled the trigger there. Space cake. No wonder her eyes are wide open. Seems like she escaped in the commotion. Let's find another route and go after her.
Uh-oh. Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
Well, and there's one piece of good news. At least Savannah is safe. For now.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
Another route. I wonder if there's any interesting lore tidbits.
The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Yes, I assume we have to dive. But I want to explore this place first. See if there's anything hidden. I guess not. Oh, underwater treasure. Oh, this looks pretty. So shiny. We got one of the Remuria statues here. God, I hated fighting these things. I'm gonna ignore the crab. Ah, of course, the moment I say it.
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Right. Renewvillet. I don't have Navia with me. Just have to blast them. What?
Incinerate!
Lore. Following the exalted Harmost order, and in accordance with our Sebastos' most sacred, most benevolent temper, we establish here a ... as condolences for the naturalized barbarian soldiers ... Savages they may have been, but they were also warriors. With this secret treasure granted graciously, the warriors' bodily desires are satisfied, that they may find on with 100-fold bravery. I understood nothing of that. Oh, this place looks cool though.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
Got 2 more blubber beasts. If we can get a 2 from these, that would be great. Doesn't really seem to want to give me any low numbers.
A little mood boost.
I guess we'll have to balance it out this way. Let's see. First one over there, I guess.
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
And now for the second one.
Off to the freezer! Yeah!
Let's see. 5-2. And this one has to go this way. Need to rotate both of these. Gonna make sure that this one doesn't rotate back. Okay, perfect. No! Stay away!
Scatter!
Be gone!
Boom boom!
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
I'm taking in this place. There's nothing hidden here, right? Invisible walls.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
They don't look worn either. Could they have been left by previous adventurers?
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date.
Let's rummage around. They may have left a journal or something.
You really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen.
Well, I'm a pro, at least.
Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests.
And bingo! Found it.
Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills!
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed.
So this was the guy who wasn't as good of a cook as the other one.
The treasure of Remoria.
Savelli.
That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale, but this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come.
See, he didn't hate him. He didn't kill him.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient. The birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
Well, let's keep reading.
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included. and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience. But in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely.
What if Savannah just her sense of taste was starting to follow?
In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life.
Yeah.
And because we had become estranged, I cannot be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything,
Monica was wrong.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens.
They wanted it gone so that no one would ever go through this again.
Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant, too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise.
Oh.
But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters.
He cared so deeply for his friend.
The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
We got to stop Monica!
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
I saw something else earlier when we were talking. Oh, this is this. I saw this shine in the distance. The barbarians who take the ... are gradually losing part of ... There is no cause for worry. I assume they mean like who are taking the secret recipe stuff are losing part of their sense of taste, maybe. The desire to break free from forms of flesh and blood is also the first step to guiding them towards accepting civilization. For those who don't recall the whole story of Remoria anymore, they basically wanted to liberate themselves from the flesh and they, well, turned themselves into walking statue things. Or at least one of their leaders did.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations.
The texture of that stuff kinda looks the same as the primordial seawater.
But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this
I guess it all looks the same here.
But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine! Oh. It's empty.
Oh, it was just glass shine.
It's empty?
It's just a pretty glass.
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Yeah, her voice acting the moment she went unhinged mode. It turned up by 100. An Escoffier roasted Paimon's cook was funny and painful.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that joke?
No worries. Paimon, she can remain the professional food tester.
Savelli's final act! He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening! All the years I spent piecing together the truth! All my painstaking planning!
It was all for nothing.
All that for an empty jar!
Monica, don't do anything stupid! This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
She really went and did that. Well,
to Lord Remus, you barbarian shall be slain.
Uh-oh.
She's a nutcase!
Wait, is she fine?
Herself and everyone else.
Did she actually get hit by the sword?
Take these Golus out!
Monica?
Why is this place still shaking?
Maybe it's because of the fighting? Or maybe because Monica was too trigger happy with her explosives.
Either way, it's all her fault.
Okay, she did get hit, but she looks fine-ish?
Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Traveler Escoffier, come on!
Or...
Okay, I'm coming.
Or doesn't she?
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want...
She has a gun? Where did the gun come from? Why didn't she use the gun earlier? Why did she suddenly have a gun?
I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can
And where did Savannah go?
down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
I'm sorry. This entire quest is just...
Savannah?
Wait, what did Savannah use?
Oh, when did you wake up?
Did she hit her with the jar remains?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
We're out of time.
Traveler? Okay, let's go!
We're gonna leave her behind. Okay. Good luck, Monica. I guess that's the end for Monica. Unless she randomly pops up again. Maybe there's another twist. Savannah seems fine though, thankfully.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler! And Paimon!
Venegem!
Mon frère!
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres? While the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
I can't with this quest.
We had to do something. Even though that something ended up being, well...
It wouldn't surprise me at this point, Lion. It really wouldn't surprise me. Maybe she's the final boss of Genshin.
And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef.
Imagine we reach the heavenly principles at some point and there's a throne and it's just Monica sitting there. I planned this all along!
It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation. What was it you said again?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
But she went so hard that one guy was left completely traumatized. The kid's dad. Did we forget about him?
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore.
It's fine.
They keep coming.
It's all fine.
If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible.
He wasn't good out to be chef.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmont and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef.
How do they all know you're here?
Firmont? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse. But I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night.
He was getting poisoned by Monica.
And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time.
It was Monica all along.
No way.
For everything.
Nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time.
You're already sounding a lot more confident.
Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firma was likely not Monica's only victim.
Was likely the hot temper that Savannah was having was also because of tea.
You mean...
Or well...
she poisoned me too?
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Thank you, Paimon.
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already
Escoffier is like, nope, she's always been that way.
like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my gâteau de bourre never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
Is that it?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away.
She just had the wrong temperature.
The temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius.
That's not the message she's trying to tell you, Savannah. I need another tissue, I'm sorry. This quest killed me.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bourre? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down. And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius. You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt, or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes, learn from them, and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's our head chef.
Haha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
What a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Aw, friends again! So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Well, maybe not all their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
Huh? But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between two top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way. So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now, this instant.
For a second, the little camera shake here had me believe that Monica was gonna pop up out of the ground on the rocket you mentioned. Like, surely not.
Hey, so, this whole time you were?
Surely not. Well, rest in peace, Monica.
The second cooking contest
commences
now!
Cutscene!
No more games, and no holding back!
Ad break ends right in the cutscene. C'est magnifique!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
Good cake, but not as good as Escoffier. That's why the cutscene ended there. I wonder if Esco figured something out in the ruins.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Some new recipes or something.
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Her tail seems very happy with the results.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
This wasn't for you, was it? You did this for Savannah's sake.
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened?
What are your future plans? Are you going to stay at the Fleuve Centre?
I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities.
Oh, Shengling!
She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now.
She did.
Did you taste the difference?
What? Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freedom on the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Hi, Ta! Welcome in! How was your stream? Let me do a shout out for you. You missed such a phenomenal story that's been all over the place. I hope you had a stream as good as Monica had. No, Monica had a terrible time. Sorry. How French did it get? The French was okay. It was just that one dude, but let's just say, yeah, it was Monica all along. Remember, if you ever encounter any Monica in your game, they probably have a hidden agenda. What are you doing? Yes, just Monica.
Uh-oh.
I think we're actually at the end of the quest here, almost. Well, I'm always down to be your taste tester. You should definitely make Paimon test all of your most experimental dishes.
Hey!
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research, make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Bourg revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
I do kind of want to check out part of the event after this. Even though it's almost 11. But I assume the event is also gonna be, like, maybe just split up in parts. I was playing Chants of Sennaar. Pretty laid-back game about scaling a Tower of Babylon with completely foreign languages you have to figure out to proceed. Ooh, that sounds quite cool. I find in general, like, it's not the first game, I assume, that has done it, but just like the concept of having to figure out like the language, for example. I believe what was the name? That other game you played a while back had a concept like that too, right? Where you have to like figure out hidden codes and stuff for languages. Tunic? Was it Tunic? I'm not sure if I would have the patience to do it myself, but I find the concept just interesting.
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanish M that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Good luck to Savannah, I guess.
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria.
The language was optional, thankfully. It was very complex. Did you manage to fully beat it after that? Because I believe when I saw you play it, you were still in the middle of stuff, right?
Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Bourg. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary, then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Bourg. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
She sold her soul for a dream, then had a rude awakening. Her life's work became a grand exercise in futility.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modest's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called Treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitwals, better known to us as Lumiline.
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gateau de Bourg?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then.
They didn't know it was a drug.
In their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm.
I did. I was slapping things silly until I found out the manual had to be found inside the game. With the current game though, you get glyphs. You write them down and cross-examine the context from pictures and mannerism from people around you.
And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all,
who knows, maybe.
There was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
Poor Monica.
Oh, hey! Huh? Navia? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Remoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ugh, it's such a shame.
How do they have the broken jar? How? Monica? Did Monica make it out and sell the rest of the jar? The original cool was carbonated water with perfume and lots of drugs. It also wasn't cooled, you drank it at room temperature. That still isn't microwaved though. Okay, we managed to finish this quest. That was so all over the place, but I guess I can't say I didn't enjoy it after all the laughs it gave me. Wonderful story. I hope we get to see Monica someday again, wherever she is.